look at us here at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, we'll see the majority of two rosters hit the field in a preseason matchup. It's the New York Jets and the New York Giants. With Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. Happy to welcome you to week 2 of 3 here in the preseason. Man, this is the week, Brock, where a lot of players, they're not just fighting their opponents out there anymore, but they're fighting each other for the roster spots remaining as we look ahead to the final week of the preseason.
Yeah, that's well said, Kate. And every coach will say the same thing across all 32 teams. Don't count numbers.
Yeah.
Don't look around the room.
Yeah.
Don't look at anybody else. Just worry about doing your job. But when you're outside the top 40 or so, you know it. You know you're on the bubble, and your performance in this game really matters.
Nick Folk ready to do the honors. And we're off from MetLife. Eric Gray to return. Juke the defender. He stopped on the run back at the 27. So out come the Giants. Their first drive of the game coming up. They're led out by one of only a handful of quarterbacks, Brock, to eclipse 200 career starts. I know you covered him for a long time in Seattle. A 10-time Pro Bowl selection, Russell Wilson.
You know, Kate, his chef days might be coming to a close, but he still got a chance to cook in Pittsburgh last year, and he did have a winning record in 11 starts. He also threw 3 times as many touchdowns as picks, and that's why this opportunity and this door is opened in New York.
Staying between the tackles with Tracy. Got him a good handful there as it brings up second down.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Wilson, a quick throw, complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. It's a gain of 4 there, and it's good enough for a New York first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. On first down, it's Wilson. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And he will be stopped now, but what's like about that effort?
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a New York Giant. First and 10 at the
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Play action, it's Wilson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So it'll be second down.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and a better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
Russ now from the gun. Like a good target, Brock. Neighbors is there. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
You know what I love about this? Never showing panic. When he leaves the pocket, look at his eyes. They continue to search downfield. They're never looking at the rush. They're finding the open man downfield before running out of real estate.
Wilson to throw on 3rd and 2. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to be taken down, but plenty of damage already done. And we've got to stop it here, and it's something you never want to see, especially in the preseason. One of their star players banged up with an injury after that play. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. They only get a yard out of that run. It's going to be second down.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, will largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here's Tracy once more. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up third down.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Throwing on third, Wilson. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react. And then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
The kick by Gano is good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
All in all, Kate, I'm going to call that a good start. Offense established himself, moved the ball, and the kicker able to give him a lead.
Gano ready to send this away. Xavier Gibson now to return. And this drive will start inside the 25. So the Jets take the field for their first drive. Leading him out now in his 5th season here in the NFL. Won 4 of his 6 starts last year. Justin Fields.
While his 4-2 record wasn't good enough to keep the starting job in Pittsburgh over Russell Wilson, that performance was enough to show the rest of the NFL there's still potential in him to go lead a franchise.
Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10. They bring Wilson in motion right. Off play action, it's Fields. To the left side and reeled in by Wilson. And they get him out just before he can move those chains, partner. It's a gain of 9 on 1st down.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Here's Preseason on the ground for the first time. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. That's a short gain of 1. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Fields on 1st down. Has him on the quick hitter. And it doesn't get much, up to maybe their own 40. Micah McFadden able to make the play.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the shotgun, Fields. He isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Fields out of the gun. They'll make a bid for it on the ground. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Jets.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
He gets it complete to Josh Reynolds. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
First down, Jets.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Offense already looking like they're in mid-game form. They've got it down to the 32. First down throw for Fields. Flush down out to his left. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's Hall. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You know what I love about that play call? It was simple. Nobody overthinking on the sideline or out on the field. Just an offense going to work and moving those chains.
They'll come up 1st and 10. They go right back to Hall. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Shotgun snap to Fields. Short pass brought in. And he picks up about 6 on the play. Stopped though right near the marker. Didn't get it, 3rd down.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
Fields sneaking it. And he's going to be touched down at that spot, which means the effort makes it 1st and goal.
First and goal, New York.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
They fake the handoff. Now Fields. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal. Field throwing here. Has it in close. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Just need 3 now to find the end zone on this first possession. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Fields to throw. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
Couple sacks on the opening drive. You better get to fix-it mode in a hurry. And I'm talking about on the sidelines. I'm talking as a quarterback. You've got to solve this pass rush because we know one thing about guys in this league defensively. When they get a couple sacks, they can smell it, and they're going to raise the intensity to another level.
On is Nick Folk to attempt the field goal. Pretty easy kick here, Brock, just 22 yards. The kick by Folk is good. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
tie ball game now as they send this away. He fields it from the 8. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Giants taking the field for their second possession. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. First call here coming from the shotgun. Finds the in route complete. And this one doesn't go far.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you can take a lick at any time.
Second down now, 7 to go. Here's Wilson to the air. Dialing up a receiver screen. They come crashing down on that receiver screen, and they take him down behind the line.
You'll hear defensive coaches all the time really ask their players to pull the trigger. Read, react, diagnose, and when you see it, go fire away. And that's exactly what the defense does to take away that screen.
Throw on third down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
We know in this league you can't start every game with scoring drives, but I think that's a clearer picture of why you don't keep this drive sustained. Got to execute on the most important down, and that's third down.
The Giants readying to punt, and they're going to send out the lefty, Jamie Gillen, for the kick. Second time this game, we get a look at the New York offense. They managed 3 on their last drive, but down inside the red zone, disappointing not to come away with a touchdown. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You know, Kate, over the years I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, it's Fields. This is Lazard working the right side. And the gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face third down.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Throwing from the gun here. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And he drops it in the end zone. The look was there on 3rd down, but instead it's incomplete.
You know, Kate, you'll get a little bit of grace for a drop in the first frame, but that's one, as this game goes on, he's got to have. It's hard on 3rd down to execute. With the ball in your hands, you got to find a way to catch it.
Now on 4th down, here's Austin McNamara out to punt for the Jets. And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Giants lining things up. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tracy. And that carry only gets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
At the 15-yard line.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. They go right back to Tracy. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
3rd and long for him here. He lobs this up, left sideline, looking for something big. Has it left side block, but the throw carried him too close to that edge. They're going to say brought it in out of bounds. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Kate, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and 3rd downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time, the plant was closed.
The Giants are set to punt. Xavier Gipson on to return for the Jets. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Jets have their offense ready to go again.
At their own 39-yard line.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Play action now. It's Fields. Ooh, on him quick there. They bring him to the turf. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Looking right, and he finds him. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Fields to throw it. That's caught for the first. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Shotgun snap, a gift to Hall. And he's got to get inside the defense's 30 here. Looks to be a gain of about 6 on the play. That's the end of the first quarter in this battle of New York franchises. It's a 3-3 game. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Jets football. They have it 2nd down, well inside of field goal range. Here's Hall once more. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Now it's Fields. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Intended for
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
On is Nick Folk to attempt the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 47-yarder. The kick by Folk is good. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead. And that's going to award their offense a first down.
Automatic first down.
You hate to see this on fourth down for that defense, roughing the kicker. Now they've got a first inside the red zone. They'll run here following the penalty. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Forced out to his right. Gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
Fields on third. Completed to Reynolds. Ooh, and before he can find any yards, he finds that sideline instead. That's going to bring up fourth down.
That's how you draw it up defensively. That's exactly what you want the coverage to do. Force that quarterback to throw it short and get off the field.
On is Nick Folk to attempt the field goal. This 32 yards out. It's on the right hash. The kick by Folk is good. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Gray now on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Now here comes the New York offense. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner. So hopefully this one has some better legs to it. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
You know, it's pretty clear just watching this unfold. They want to find a way to get this player in space where he's most dangerous. Defenders made sure they kept him contained and limited what came off on that one.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Wilson, a quick throw, complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They gain 14 on the play. And the Giants will have a first down.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field and tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you can depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
Motioning him from the slot right. Taking the handoff. Now Wilson. Finds his target, Robinson. He gets it forward a little to his 46. It was Andre Sisco who hauled him down there.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
This is Tracy. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Throwing on third, Wilson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And they're up against it. Fourth down coming up.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying.
The Jets take over first and
The Jets offense now set to take over. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Out of the shotgun, Fields. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they face second down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Fields out of the gun. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Now Fields. He's going to loft one deep to the left. That's grabbed inside the 30. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
And the Jets first down.
Why can't we score?
That is so much more the exception than the rule when you're targeting double or triple coverage. You may be fortunate to complete a fair number of those throws, but gains like that, those are rare, and that's big time.
On first down, here comes Hall. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got second and 11.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
All right, here we go. Second down. Shotgun snap to Fields. Escapes the pocket. And won't manage in time. This gets to about the 26. Bobby Okereke making that stop.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Drive in dire straits. It's third and 9. Fields looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now they're staring at fourth and long.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
The kick by Folk is good. And that'll double their lead to 6.
Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range, and he's delivering.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the run back of the 27. Here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. New York to the line, 1st and 10. Design bootleg here. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Okay, I don't know why every once in a while I get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Play action, it's Wilson. Now here he goes. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good for a New York Giant. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
And he works his way for a gain of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Completed to his running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. A handoff to Tracy. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Now it's a bootleg for him. On the move, hit it right. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Russ now from the gun. Pass brought in by Slayton. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
14 yards. That's good for a Giants. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
A give to Tracy up the middle. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
2nd down at the 19-yard line.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Running this with Tracy. They'll call it 1, maybe 2 yards at the end, Brock. It's 3rd down.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Running back sent in motion. Wilson on third down. The Jets get there and bring him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
On fourth down, we'll see Graham Gano lead the Giants field goal unit out. This is going to be a 38-yarder from the right hash. The kick by Gano is good. And it cuts the lead in half, down to 3.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Volley set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. On the return, here comes Kene Wangu. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Jets and receiver Garrett Wilson back out to take possession. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. They start the drive with Hall. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate, training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Here's Fields. Fits it through the middle. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
1st down, Jets.
Pick it up. You're embarrassing us.
Are you kidding me? Really? Are you kidding me?
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in-cut and make the catch.
Well, he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. The Jets trying to add to their lead. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Fields throwing here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Wilson. A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Motioning left is their running back. Fields now on 3rd. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
1st down, Jets.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then. The running back still doing it to this day.
And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. The Jets take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Hall takes it straight ahead. Gets to space right side. And he's all the way down the 10-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
First down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Hall running between the tackles. And he drives this forward to the 6. Timeout taken by the offense. They're second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Fields to throw. Chased out to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, New York! The Jets will add to their lead at the end of the half. It's a Justin Fields touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith. Right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jets make it a 10-point ball game.
Giants 6.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
On the return, the Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. All right, no more excitement here in this first half. He kneels this one down. Both teams head to the locker room. So entering the locker rooms, got ourselves a 2-score game. It's time to hear from Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
As always, a hat tip to our buddy Scott Hansen for his hard work there during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Gano ready to send this away. Wangu now to return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Jets and receiver Garrett Wilson back out to take possession. Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10. Here's Hall on the give. And he is brought to a stop after he found plenty of room there to run.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Fields on 1st down. Left side cut by Lazard. Escapes a defender. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Here's Hall. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Now it's Fields. Buys time, rolling right.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm. Especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
And the Giants going nickel. 3rd down coming. Looking to throw Fields. Lobs this one deep down the left sideline. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. They just can't finish the play.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
A familiar sight in this contest, Brock. He's out there again for another field goal try. From the right hash, about 45 yards out. The kick by Folk is good. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going.
Automatic 1st down.
You hate to see this on 4th down for that defense, roughing the kicker. Now they've got a 1st inside the red zone. Set up the screen here for Hall. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal.
To this day, I could still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Oh, can't push it across. They make the stand, and looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too.
Now might be a good spot to remind everybody, about for the 1000th time, how much better athletes these D tackles are today, Kate. A decade or two ago, they just ate up space. Now, they eat up running backs.
Thankfully, not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, 2nd and goal. Play action now. It's Fields. And he hauls it in for the New York touchdown. The Jets grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Folk on now to try the point after. The point after splits the upright. And the Jets take a 3-possession lead.
Giants 6.
All right, right, thanks so much, Scott. We are back and about set to begin our second half. It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Giants offense all set to get started. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. Giants lining things up. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's got time here, and he's going to go down. Jets brought the pressure and cut to him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Take a look at that scoreboard, and you just can't go backwards. If you're going to close this gap, you've got to stay on schedule. Had a hard time doing so with a double-digit deficit.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Wilson now from the gun. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game, and failing to convert on that 3rd down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Ball taken in at the 36. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Jets are headed back out there now, led by Justin Fields. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Fields to throw it. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's quickly taken down with a gain across midfield. They're now to the opposing 47. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down. Fields out of the gun. Taylor going downfield. It's caught. And he's taken down at the 30. 16 yards on the play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
1st down, Jets.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down at the 2nd play and a good call nets him the first.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Toss play, this is Hall. His progress is soft, but a nice 5-yard gain before it was.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Here's a give to Hall. And he stops, give him about 7 on the play, and give his offense a 1st and goal.
4-yard line. 1st and goal, Jets.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
And all he can get is 1 yard, ran that right into the defensive front.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Hall goes the wrong way. He's going to lose several here.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Now from back at the 7, here's 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap to Fields. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Jets could push this to a 4-score game as they take a 23-point lead. It's a Justin Fields touchdown.
Okay, we talked to enough coaches over the years, and find me a good red zone offense, and typically you'll find me a good creative quarterback, one that can extend the play, use his legs as effectively as he can his arm.
Full call now to try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Jets make it a 24-point ball game.
Giants 6.
As always, a hat tip to our buddy Scott Hansen for his hard work there during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our 3rd quarter.
Bring it home, boys. We got this. Thank you.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Gray now on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Giants about to get to work on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Taking the handoff. Now Wilson. He puts some air under it deep down the left. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball. Incomplete. Malik Neighbors the one he was throwing for. And it sets up 2nd down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Shotgun snap, a give to Tracy. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Quincy Williams making the tackle.
He was brought down at the 26. A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Slot receiver headed left. Throwing on third, Wilson. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
Punting unit out now. And this is going to be his fourth effort tonight. And a fair catch made without incident, just inside the 25. The Jets and Brees Hall about set to go on offense. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. A pistol snap, Fields. He's running with it.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
Second and 3 now. Off play action, it's Fields. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Down he goes, the Giants got to him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out.
At their own 23-yard line.
The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. A give right side to Tracy. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here's Wilson to the air. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
On now comes their punter. And this will mark his 5th kick of the night. Collects this at the 32. receiver Garrett Wilson back out to take possession.
At their own
They didn't add to their
38-yard
lead
line.
last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. It's an option right that begins this drive. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. From the 41. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And that brings up 3rd down.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Fields on 3rd. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
You know, Kate, with the game that they've put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
They'll bring out the punter here. Austin McNamara will kick this away. And he's there to make the fair catch right at the 10-yard line.
The Giants take
Now here
over
comes the
1st
New
and
York
10
offense.
at their own 11-yard line.
New York to the line. 1st and 10. On play action now, Wilson. Complete out to the right side. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
New York Giants.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
All set up now for 1st and 10. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Offense there, Kate, went heavy with that 13 personnel. 1 back, 3 tight ends, and those 3 added blockers. Just the element they needed to spring that run.
At the 37-yard line.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Going to the ground again on 1st. Jukes one defender, and he crosses midfield before going out. They get 13 on the pickup, and it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
Another New
I think we've
York
all become very
Giants.
accustomed, and I'll raise my hand and saying these tight ends are almost like bona fide receivers, big receivers. But they show you right there, when they can be powerful blockers, it can make a huge difference in a run game.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
Okay, this one you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, the casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. They motion the tight end over. They go right back to Tracy. Finds a small seam. That's good for 5. Make it 3rd down.
Taken
A
down
humble
at the
5-6-yard gain on the
43-yard
ground. Not a huge gain,
That's a
not a
gain of
game-changing
5.
play by
Brings
any
up
means,
3rd
but one that
and
keeps you on
4.
schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
5 DBs out there for the Jets. 3rd down. So now they're going to throw with Wilson. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. Touchdown, New York! Giants shave some off the deficit late in the quarter.
There are a couple different ways now. You can win on a fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body, try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
And now the Giants keeping the offense on the field. We've got a two-point attempt coming up.
Will line up for the two-point conversion.
Wilson throwing for it. And he has it in the end zone for two, and that's going to chip away a little bit of that deficit.
For Jets 30, Giants 14.
All right, thanks so much, Scott. We are back and about set to begin our second half. All right, partner, it is a small step on a long road back, but a necessary one. The touchdown and that conversion drop us back down to a two-score game.
So you're saying there's a chance, Kate, just a little bit of a chance. Maybe they got to do it again and again and again. But all I know, time may not be on their side, but they did gain just a little bit of momentum.
Gibson now to return. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down. The Jets out to begin another drive. That last touchdown given up cut their lead to 2 scores as they get started here. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Off the play fake, it's Fields. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So it's second down coming up.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
They give on second to Hall. They're cobbled together a yard there. Devon Holland there to make the stop.
Devon Holland on the tackle. It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Running back, motioning right. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Their punter making his way out now. And he's been getting all of it every time out. Begins his return at the 16. And that return's going to come to a close as we reach the end of our quarter. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Giants football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the 4th. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. Russ now from the gun. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
23-yard line.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Throwing again is Russ. He finds Neighbors right side. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
First down, ball at the 36. Russ setting to throw. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Sisco. And the Jets get the football back inside the 45-yard line after the interception. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
From the 44-yard line now, first and 10. Shotgun snap, a gift to Hall. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got second and 3 now.
He's brought down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Last run got him 7. Here comes second and 3. Here's Hall once more. Pop behind the line here on second down, which is only going to make things tougher for this third down coming up.
Good defensive tackles in this league, Kate. They can take up a couple blockers. Great defensive tackles, well, they stuff the stat sheet just like that, knocking that run backwards before it could get started.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Here's Fields. He's running for it. And Fields slides down safely as he picks up the first.
Fields scrambles from the pocket. A gain of 14. First down, New York.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
He keeps it on the option. He's within striking distance. And he did not get in. Finally stopped at the 1. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, well, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Hall's going to try to smash his way in. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
Well, I'm not even sure how this happens, Kate. All it took was falling forward, and they are in 3 feet. Instead, this is one of their biggest losses of the game, and if this series doesn't end in 6, well, they can have that play to thank for it.
Now it's Fields. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB, over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Here's Fields to throw. Getting out to his left. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there, no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, it's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
A familiar sight in this contest, Brock. He's out there again for another field goal try. This is a chip shot from the left hash. The kick by Folk is good. And make this a 19.3 score advantage.
I think you can call this one now, Kate. This field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Gray now on the return. This makes it up to the 25. Here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. Giants lining things up. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He's going deep this time. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
3rd and long for him here. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
You know, that may have been a situation when you look back on it and he watches the tape the next day. He's got to find a way to throw the ball because his running ability, while it gets him some yards, is not enough to get the 1st down.
Now, can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. Desperation time here. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Giants 1st down.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
1st and 10 from the 41. From the gun, it's Tracy. And he picks up a nice chunk before the stop is made.
Oh, that's such a good feeling as a quarterback on an RPO, and you get to hand it, and you get to watch him take off. You know if you take advantage in the RPO game of a run like that, it only makes the pass that much better.
1st down, here's Russ. Searches from the pocket. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
Those are the kind of decisions you got to make in that spot. And the smart quarterbacks, they seem to do it consistently. When you're in enemy territory, a throwaway is always better than risking a turnover.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. From the gun, it's Wilson. Completed over the middle. And they're on him quickly there after that catch. So the gain's going to be to the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
First
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Wilson now, 1st and 10. Completed to his running back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers that time, a running back in the flat.
Ross off the play fake. Escapes out to the left. That one ends up a gain of 6. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
A gain of 6. That's another New York Giants.
You know, before the snap, you know, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Wilson now from the gun. Finds Hyatt. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes, just like that.
Wilson. To the sideline, catch secured. Oh, he made that one look easy for the first.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Now here's Ross. And he scores. It's a New York touchdown. The Giants get it back to within 2 possessions. Russell Wilson with the touchdown.
Kate, we know you could do it in different ways in today's NFL at quarterback. Some with their brains, their processing, that anticipation and accuracy. Some could do it with their improv skills to create a play when everything breaks down, and he just put on a show.
Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants shave some of the lead. It's down now to 12.
Giants 21.
Gano ready to send this away.
For New York.
Gibson now to return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Jets have their offense ready to go again. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10. They bring Wilson in motion right. They start to drive home. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. Fought through that run stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Off play action, it's Fields. Malachi Corley reels it in. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the Jets first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
New set of downs for him from the 46. From the gun, it's Hall. And he's going to work it ahead for about 3. Second down coming up.
Javon Holland on the tackle. A gain of 3 brings up second down at the 50-yard line.
Play action, Fields. Looking right, and he finds him. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Hall running between the tackles. And he gets this forward to the 19. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. They go right back to Hall. And he's going to pay off his first down run with a nice pickup of 9.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Thought for a second he might have had the first, but still a little bit of work to do here on second down. First carry here for Braylon Allen. Ooh, they're on that one. Second down is going to end up in a loss of yards.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
8th play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going. Out of the shotgun, Fields. And the Giants are too much. They take him down. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
So yet again, they're turning to him to try to put 3 on the board. It's a 33-yard look from the right hash. The kick by Folk is good. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Jets with a 15-point advantage. It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Giants offense all set to get started. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. New York to the line. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. They're going to move the chains after a big play. 39 yards.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to the air. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, can sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete. Looking for Malik Neighbors that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. That quarterback's fortunate. That was 1 hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Throwing now. Complete to Hyatt. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. Dumps it off to his running back. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
I know coordinator and quarterback don't be upset with that 1st down, because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, well, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Ross is cooking again. Trying to push it deep downfield. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone, but they just can't finish the play.
You know, that's a risk of putting up a jump ball in the end zone. You know, some of these defenders in this day and age can go up and get it with the best of the receivers. That's one they got away with. Should have been a pick and, frankly, a touchback.
They send him left out of the slot. Now to throw. He's going to keep it this time. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go. The Giants using their 1st time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Well, I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Flushed out of the pocket. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Russ now from the gun. And don't leave just yet, fans. He's got it for the touchdown. And there's still a small chance, Brock, that this one isn't over. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop him either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Extra point try coming. This would importantly make it a 1-score game. The kick is good, and they've moved back within a possession in the 4th.
It's the score, Jets 36, Giants 28.
Down inside 30 seconds now. Their hopes resting on finding a way to get this football. And the Jets come up with a football that should just about ice this game.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
The Jets and Breece Hall about set to go on offense. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on first down. Down to a knee, and we're going to see if that defense chooses to expend one of its final 2 timeouts.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So the win goes to the Jets. And they'll enter the final week of the preseason with a little momentum thanks to this victory. Ahead of that last tune-up before the games start to count. With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Jets as we say so long from New York.